get up here a little closer so that they can hear us. Where you going, Brett?
Oh, I'm supposed to be in it?
Yeah, why not? We're working on this deck. We've got the walkway going on. Show you what's happening there. We got a lot of stuff going on. Tony's here with me. Brett's here with me. Everybody's in the house. We'll get some work done. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Dirdorf, and this is Detroit DIY. Let's show you what we got going on. Okay, we're getting ready to put down our first decking board, and we want to talk about cupping and how to control cupping in the deck board first. So as you can see, the grain of the board is shaped like that. So could you hold that up, Brett? So this board, if you can see it, it's going to have the tendency to cup this way. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that this board is installed in this manner so that that grain is looking like that when you screw the board down. That way the screws will help prevent it from cupping and will hold it tight to the deck. So then the next thing we're going to do is Brett's going to get this set into place. We're going to flush it up at the very end down there, and we're going to go tight against the ledger board, and then we're going to pull a measurement from the outside edge of the deck over here. Them some fancy shorts Tony's got, huh? Look at that. I'm holding down from that corner of the deck out there to the ledger board, and then the same thing here, just to make sure that the ledger board is square with the face of the deck, just in case the house has a little hump in it or something like that. It does, I know it does. So we'll adjust for that, maybe by pulling that end out a little bit if need be. Alright, we've got the first board down. We've got it nice and straight. It is not as perfect as I would like, but that's okay. We can fudge that out with spacing as we go, so on and so forth, so it's no big deal. We've got this other 14 laying here against it. It looks really good, nice and tight. Pretty happy with it. So we'll get a few of these boards down where it's safe for more people to get up here and walk around without worrying about falling through, and then we'll get some video going on spacing and stuff like that. During the filming of the deck board video, things got real busy. They got kind of hectic, and some things didn't get in there that I wanted to get in there, so I'm going to record this little clip and insert it in the video just so that everybody knows. In the beginning of the video, I talked about spacing of the deck boards and that I would show you how we were going to do that, and that did not get in the video. So I just want to talk about that real quick. And the screws. I've always kind of been a fan of the Deckmate screws because the finish holds up really good on them. I have since, because of the pandemic and the shortage on the screws, wound up buying a different type of screw that I might even be happier with the finish on. I used one of those screws and I ran it in and out several times just to hold some stuff into place, and I didn't see any finish coming off of it. So I want to play with that screw a little bit more. Sometimes I use these to put forms together and so on and so forth, and then take it apart, and I'll reuse them multiple times. And that's what I have in my hand here, is a Deckmate that's been used multiple times for either concrete forms or whatever. I'll use them over and over, and you can see there's very little finish gone on the threads. There is another screw brand that I bought that will be in an up and coming video that I'm not happy with at all. The finish came right off, putting it in one time and taking it out, and a bunch of finish was off of it. So what we do for the spacing of the deck boards is use this screw, and we just kind of use the shank part, just set it down in there, pull the board tight against it, so that this side of the screw is on this side of the board and the other on this side, and that is our spacing. Now if your boards are wet, you may want to go just a little bit closer, even find something thinner than the shank of this screw, because when they dry, that's going to open up significantly. You'll be surprised how much that opens up. If the deck boards are dry, that's more than enough space. In fact, now that the deck boards have been on and they're starting to dry a little bit, I'm seeing the gap open up a little bit bigger than maybe I would have liked, but that's okay. It is what it is. So this is what we use for spacing. The end boards, the ends of the deck boards are butted tight. And that's all there is to it, guys. And we use 2.5-inch screws mostly, but also because of the pandemic, some of them are hard to find. I was going to be forced to buy 2.5-inch screws in a 1-pound box, so I opted for some 3-inch screws. Doesn't matter, it's a 2x10 that they're screwing into. It could have been a 9-inch screw if you know, still wouldn't have stuck through the other side, but that wasn't the case. But I just kind of got what I could get because of the pandemic. There were some different brands. Unfortunately, not all of them are deck mates. Kind of a little bummed out about that, especially after I pulled some out. I believe the next video is going to be flashing the ledger board, and you'll see some of that where I pull them out next week. So I just wanted to touch base on that, what we used for screws and how we used it for the spacing also. Alright, it's a beautiful morning. We got the guys here hard at work, getting some stuff done. We're a little over halfway, looking really good. Got some nice spacing going on. Everything's looking real nice. The walkway is coming along good. Got our cutout around the tree. I was going to show you how we did that. So what I did was I had to run a little long, so those are cantilevered over the post. And then I cut these at a 45 right here and just screwed them into both ends. So that offset doesn't matter because it'll be covered up and no one will see it. So, and then everything has joist hangers all the way through except for some of the bridging because it's just bridging, so it's not really supporting anything. So we're looking really good here. Hopeful to finish up this little bit here in a few hours, and then we will get on with the main deck. The stairs will be attached right there where Brett's standing, with a 3.5-inch gap between the deck and the start of the stairs for the railing. So, but otherwise everything's looking good.
You able to push this one down and flush it up?
Yeah, I was just gonna get a mark on this so I can cut.
Okay.
Oh wait. I can cut 3 real quick. Or 2, I guess. That was not straight at all.
It's time to go and Oliver's ready. Let's have a look at what we got done. My wife and my daughter were very busy this weekend doing some painting. Everything's looking really good. So we've got our walkway complete. A little bit of railing started. Next week we're going to highlight this railing. We'll go into great detail in the railing. I've got a couple of the railing posts installed. This one is actually a support / railing post. And then this one is also a support. And this one is a support. We've got all the decking boards down. Unfortunately, we ran a little bit short and had to go get some at Home Depot about an hour away. They're slightly different. They're not ground contact like the boards that are here, but they'll be just fine. They'll last several years. So everything is looking really good. I'm pretty happy. I am going to have to come back and pull that board up along the house to flash the ledger board. That has not been flashed yet. And then I'm going to have to do these wood repairs. And the reason I haven't done that yet is I don't want to pull that off just yet until I've got everything here and I'm ready to go and get that wall fixed and closed up and everything done in there. And then this is where the stairs are going to be, right here. In fact, if you noticed, we kicked it out just a little bit along the walkway there. It angles out about 3.5 inches to allow for our 4x4 post to go right there on the corner, and then probably one at the end of the first step, and then our post on beyond. So I still have some more bracing to do and some other things, but man, this is looking really good. Tony and Brett did a lot of hard work. They put down the majority, almost all of this, except for a few pieces here, of this decking, and they did a magnificent job. I think it turned out fantastic. Alright, that's going to do it this week. I would have liked to have got in a lot more detail on this decking, but it was just a super busy weekend. So this will be a short, sweet video. We will get some great detail on the railing and some of the other stuff. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed yourself, click on one of these two videos. They're going to pop up right here. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Tony Iaconelli and Brett Wimmer, because none of this could happen without them.